are Gay and Robert. 5 years ago, we quit our jobs, sold our house and all of our possessions, and began living the dream of traveling the world with only backpacks on our backs. After flying over 300,000 miles and visiting 82 countries, COVID brought us to a screeching halt. True to our fashion, we improvised and bought a brand new van and built it out in just 6 weeks to explore the United States until international travel opens up.
So we are in the middle of beautiful Santorini, Greece, and traveling with some of our most favorite people, our son Alex and our beautiful daughter-in-law Angela. And I thought this would be a great opportunity to get to know them better and what their life looks like. I think that they mirror us in our love for travel and our passion for travel and to live an alternative lifestyle. So I'm going to ask them some questions and see if they feel the same. So what is it about your guys' lifestyle that you currently are doing? Are you living in a normal situation? Are you living in Portland? Are you planning on moving? Do you love to travel the world? How is it that you follow in our footsteps? Even though you're our daughter-in-law, I feel like you could be our daughter.
Yeah.
I mean, right now we're living a pretty normal lifestyle, working remotely. You're going to school remotely out of Portland, Oregon. And with COVID, it really kind of slowed our plans down. But come December, we're going to be moving back to Angela's parents' place and trying to figure out what our next steps are. Our ultimate goal is just to live nomadically for a little bit and try working remotely around the world if we can.
Prior to that, though, you guys have always had the travel bug. At least Alex, I know you have, and Angela, you have too.
Yeah. Even before I met Alex or any of you guys, I always loved traveling and always thought I would go off and live in the jungles in Africa and live with the monkeys. And
you're getting close.
Yeah.
You're getting close.
Yeah, and even with us moving to Portland was kind of a little bit of a travel to experience a different part of the United States. We're originally from Wisconsin, so we didn't want to stay in Wisconsin at least while we're living in the United States. So we moved to Portland, and we love the Pacific Northwest.
I consider it to be a big step, even just moving, to the West Coast, because a lot of people don't do that. They don't choose to move away from family and friends. It's not a secure feeling to pick everything up and move. You didn't know anybody on the West Coast. You didn't know anybody in Portland. And you guys just did that all on your own, and then you have created a great group of network of friends and things in Portland, but you're going to be moving and changing again.
Yeah, definitely. Like we didn't know many people, or we didn't know anyone on the West Coast, but we've met some great people, and we've traveled around the area. We camp as much as we can, and did a lot of exploring out there. But yeah, it's kind of time to do something different a little bit, and we might go back to the Pacific Northwest when we settle down. But
your life is an adventure. Everything that you do is an adventure. It's not just being stuck in the normal daily routine like many people are. Even when you've been settled in Portland, you really haven't. I mean, you guys are always exploring and hiking and snowboarding and taking in all the experiences that's surrounded by you guys in Portland. But prior to that, or I shouldn't say prior to that, I mean, our last trip that we were on together pre-COVID was India.
Yeah. Well, it's Hawaii.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
that's right. I had forgotten about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a pretty tame trip compared to India.
Yeah. And we had gone to India together. You guys had asked us to go with you. We did an amazing race across India from northern India all the way to the southern tip of India on rickshaw, tuk-tuk, if people don't know what that is. And that was an experience of a lifetime. And prior to that, though, you guys were in Southeast Asia for 3 months?
4 months.
4 months. And took off work and just stopped everything and quit work for that period of time, and you explored for 4 months.
No, we did that, and I think those were 2 really big trips. Other than that, we've traveled around the United States and went to the Cayman Islands together. And then, in the 4 months in Asia, we did 11 countries? 13?
11 countries in 4 months.
Countries
Yeah.
in 4 months. So it was a lot of traveling. And kind of like you guys, we like to travel really in short bursts in different countries. So we did about a week and a half per country, which probably 2 weeks was a little bit better, but we want to go back to every country anyways. So we'll end up
And we did go back to India.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did go back to India. Yeah.
And the best thing, or one of the best things about India, is where you two got engaged after the race was over, and there was a big party, and we were there to share in that moment, and it was really special during that time. So, how do you think, or where did you get your travel bug from?
I mean, obviously Alex, it was you guys, and
Yeah.
just his whole experience growing up and things like that. But I don't know, my grandma traveled a lot on my dad's side. She was always traveling. I mean, from what I remember, she was a nurse, and then by the time I, could remember, she was retired and just always traveling for most of, the rest of her life. And I loved that. And me and my dad would traveled a little bit sometimes. We traveled some as a family, but we had a giant motorhome that we would go on trips in the United States and went to Europe a couple times.
We couldn't ask for a better traveling friends, partners, whatever, than you two. You're so laid back, you're so comfortable, you have our same thought process, our same style. The ease and the flow of traveling is amazing and incredible that we can do that with you guys, and we can share that with you together. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little questionnaire and interview with Alex and Angela. And if you have any questions, put them in the comments below. Give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And thanks for watching. We will take you along on our next trip with, I'm sure, these two guys again in another foreign country around the world somewhere. Our most favorite people, Angela, our son, and our daughter-in-law. Oops.
Well, also, Aaron.
Yeah, Aaron's watching this with tears. He doesn't watch stuff. It's okay.
Okay.
Go.
So we are in the.
It looks pretty dark though.
Stop.
No, it does.
It
No.
does not.
Okay.
Does
We
it?
could go on the roof.
No, you said stop.
Why would it look dark? We're in the shade, so it shouldn't be dark.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's not dark out. All right. So we are sitting in the middle of beautiful Santorini, Greece. The power's out right now. I'm in the middle of making a fresh fish dinner. I decided to do an interview with my
Alex.
two favorite people. Stop ruining the video.
Stop ruining it. I just.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. It sound right, boys.